Hey guys, this is Josh Farley back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be doing some more T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests. So before I actually get into this video, like I say on all my speed test videos, I am using third-party equipment. I'm actually using a Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem that actually allows band locking. And speaking of band locking, I actually decided to go back with the band locking that I actually had before, the band locking enabled that I actually had before. The reason behind that is because I want the better download speeds. The upload speed is still not, that great in this area. But they are actually working on the towers in this area. They're actually doing tower monitorization. And they told me that it's supposed to be done sometime like in April, around April 27th. So I'm hoping that that's actually going to help with not only the signal, of the 5G, because in 5G here, in our area, not in 5G, but in our area here in South Jersey, we actually get weak signal for 5G. So I'm hoping that that's gonna resolve this. I'm hoping that I can at least get a good signal, for the 5G, moving forward. After the April 27th, update is complete, with the towers and stuff. They told me that they're particularly doing 5G maintenance in my area, so tower monitorization in my area. And according to what they said, they told me that I'm probably going to see faster speeds and better reliability. So I'm definitely hoping so. So I'm actually on the Chester Cheetah admin page here. And I just wanted to show you guys what I actually did. So I'm leaving all the 4G bands checked. And what I actually did was I tried it on N41 only, which is actually a really good band for this area. Actually I got a recommendation from the Chester Cheetah developer himself. He actually told me to try it on N41 only, but I noticed that I was actually getting around the same upload speeds with that checked, and I was actually getting worse download speeds. So I ended up going back to how I had it, the first time. So I have N41 checked, I have N2 checked, and I also have N71 checked, and I've been getting, like 500 to 600 on the download, and over three on the upload, so that's definitely not too bad, and I've said before that the upload speeds are terrible in this area, so I'm hoping that the upgraded bands and stuff, the upgraded network is going to help with this. I'm hoping that that's, going to help with this. But if it doesn't, it is what it is. I'm not going to jump ship or anything. I'm not going to go back to Comcast or Xfinity, or anything else, or satellite internet or anything like that. Because we only have, a choice of, a select few, in our area for internet. So, the download speed is great, 500 to 600 on the download. That's really good. But I'm hoping that the upload can improve, over time. So I'm gonna give it time. I'm not just gonna, jump ship or anything. Like I said, I'm gonna, give it a few years, and see what goes on. And like I said, with the tower modernization, they told me that's supposed to be done around April 7th, or April 27th, not April 7th. It's already past April 7th, way past it, April 19th. So it actually should be, completed in a few days here, or a week or so. It's April 19th right now. So let's actually do some speed tests here and see what we get, though. And it is actually 1:13 a.m. on a Friday. So I don't work day shift, I work night shift, so I stay up, later than most people. So there's probably not that many people up right now. And I did just switch these bands back to how I had them, so you got to keep that in mind. That it might have a little bit of ping spikes and stuff like that. Because I did, just switch the bands back, so you have to, keep that in mind. That's probably going to take a little while, get locked in and everything. So let's actually run some speed tests here and see what we get, though. And I'll do some speed tests on the West Norton PA server, and I'll also do some speed tests on the Ashburn VA server like I always do. So definitely not bad at all for the download on that one. And the ping isn't really too bad. So 569 on the download on that one, 5.73 for the upload, and then 25 ping. So not bad at all on that one, especially for the ping. Yeah, it's like jumping around now because it's probably because of the band, the band locking and stuff. Like I said, it is going to take a little while, to get it, back on, par with how it was before. I've noticed when you do band locking, sometimes it can take a couple of hours to get settled back in and everything. So you just have to keep that in mind. And also they're doing tower monitorization in my area, so I have noticed reduced speeds in my area, not only on the T-Mobile 5G home internet but also with my phone as well. And I've even noticed reduced speeds at work as well. So I think that they're doing tower monitorization, maybe network wide, on the 5G. But they did actually tell me that it was particularly my tower that they were doing tower monitorization on, down the road from me because they gave me the tower ID. So they did tell me, that you're probably going to notice, reduced speeds, until they get the 5G, up in par, up on par, how they, want it, like I said, they said April 27th and it's only April 19th, right now. So they're definitely not done yet with it. So you have to keep that in mind, that I'm, getting, reduced speeds most likely because of that as well. Well, the tower modernization, them, working on the towers and stuff, you have to keep that in mind. So not bad on that one though. It's, still very usable. 317 on the download, 5.94 on the upload, and only 25 ping. But yeah, I just decided to go back with I decided to go back with these speeds because I'd rather have the better download speeds, honestly. And the upload speeds aren't really looking too bad. I mean, yeah, I mean they're not anything spectacular, but I've said in my other videos before, as long as you get over 3 for upload, I've read online, that's sufficient for most people. Like I said, I don't wait around, I don't sit around and look at my phone when I'm uploading YouTube videos. I find things to do. I'll mow the lawn. I'll do something. I'll watch TV. Watch YouTube videos. Just do something to pass the time. Clean. Clean my room. Do something like that. So I'm not really one that really worries too much about that. I'd honestly rather have better download speeds than better upload speeds, to be honest with you. But that's just me. Some people would probably not. But that's just me. Me and my mom. We don't really upload much, so it's not really that big of a deal. So on this one, 587 for the download, definitely not bad at all. 11.6, almost 12 on the upload, and then only 25 ping. I'll run one more on this server, and then I'll switch over to the Ashburn VA server. So it hasn't actually broke over 600 in this video yet, or it might not because, like I said, they are doing maintenance and stuff on the towers. So you have to keep that in mind. So on this one, not bad at all though. 574 for the download. I wish I was getting 7. That would really be nice. But 574 for the download on that one. Definitely not bad at all though. And then 13.3 for the upload and only 24 ping. So I'll switch servers here. Switch over to the Ashburn VA server. That's a really good sign. So we actually did get over 600 there for a minute there. And this server always seems to give me a little bit higher ping as well. It does give me better, it does seem to give me better download and upload speeds though. So not bad on that one though. 593, almost 600 on that one. 23.2 on the upload, definitely not bad for that. And then 29 ping, so the ping was a little bit higher, but still not bad. And like I said, me and my mom, we don't really game or anything, so it's not really, it's not really, that big of a deal to us. We don't really game or anything, so, obviously if the ping was like in the hundreds or something, yeah, I would be, I wouldn't be happy, but, the ping is, not bad at all, 30, 20, occasionally like 40 some, but that's not definitely not that bad. I've seen people on Reddit, with their ping, 80, 90, 100, 200, 300, maybe even more. So this is definitely not bad ping at all. So a little bit slower on that one, 486, but still almost 500 on the download, 21.7, basically 22 on the upload, and then only 30 ping, so definitely not too bad. And you also have to keep in mind that I am running security cameras 24/7. I have two Wi-Fi security cameras that I'm always running, that I'm always monitoring. I actually have them connected to an old Fire Stick downstairs that's on a old Samsung TV, a 1080p Samsung TV. So we monitor them 24/7. So you have to keep that in mind. And also, I have a lot of other Wi-Fi stuff around. I have, Google Nest hubs. I have two of them. One in my room, one downstairs. My mom's downstairs, on her phone or on the computer. Stuff like that. So you have to keep that in mind. That. It's not, always going to be perfect. It's not going to always be 500, 600, on the dot. On the dot all the time. So you just have to keep that in mind. And it's a cellular carrier as well. It's a cellular internet. So it's not gonna, always be perfect. You just have to keep that in mind. Like I've said, weather, stuff like that. If it's hot, really hot out, it could affect it. If it's really cold out, that could affect it. Bad weather, rain, sleet, thunderstorms, wind, basically any bad weather, can affect it. Heat, cold, like I said, basically, anything that gets into the, away of the tower and stuff, basically like a TV antenna, it's basically the same thing, it's getting, it's not a wired connection, let's just put it that way, so you can't, always expect it to be, boom, 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 that's just not, how it's going to be. That's why I've said, this service is iffy for some people. Some people might not be able to get away with using it. But for me and my mom, it's perfectly fine. Because it's not, like we're using it for, business or anything like that. So, it's perfectly fine for us. That's why, we'd rather pay, what we're paying, $50 or $40 a month, compared to, hundreds of dollars for Comcast or Xfinity, or even satellite internet or, Verizon or something like that. I'd definitely rather, pay for this. That's for sure. But not bad on this one. 597 for the download, almost 600 on that one. 22.7, almost 23 on the upload, and then 30 ping. Run one more on this one, and then I'll switch back over to the West Norton PA server. So this one does look to be a little bit slower, but like I said, you have to keep in mind, that they're also doing tower monetization in my area. So, that could really, be a big part of it. And like I said, I did just set the band locking on this, so it's probably still getting accustomed to being on those bands. I did actually restart it too before I started making this video, so it's gonna take a little while to get back on par consistently, and plus like I said, it might not get back on par consistently, until they're done with the network modernization in my area. So, you have to keep that in mind that they're, doing the tower modernization. So, it's gonna affect the speed somewhat, from what they told me. So, at least until April 27th, or maybe, a little bit after. I'm not really sure. But definitely usable speeds though. 414 on the download, 23.4 on the upload, and only 31 ping. I mean, that's definitely not too bad. Let me switch back over to the West Norton PA server. So yeah, it does look like it's a little bit slower now, but still very usable speeds. 397, basically 400 on that one for the download. 11.1 for the upload. 25 ping, so definitely not bad at all on that. And like I said, you have to keep in mind, that they're doing the tower modernization, and they're doing, and I just restarted the gateway, itself before I started making this video. So, it's probably still, getting settled in. You can't just expect it to, be boom, 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 as soon as you change, the bands and stuff. It takes it normally it takes it a few hours, or a day or so to get, settled back in. Once once you make a switch like that, from it, being on specific bands, and then band lock to other bands, it's gonna take a few hours, or a day or so, to get, refreshed and everything. I've noticed that even with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateways that I've had, um, they're very touchy. If you mess with them, if you mess with them anyway, once you have them set up, it's best just to leave it. Don't have kids or anybody, mess with it, because if you get if you mess with it, it's gonna. I've heard people say, if you turn it a little bit, it'll throw off your speed. So, once you get it where you want it, I definitely recommend just leaving it there. The only reason that this is doing this, like I said, is because I messed with it. And they are doing the tower modernization in my area, so you have to keep that in mind as well. With messing with it, and them doing the 5G, tower modernization. That's not really a good mix. So you have to keep that in mind. So like I said, it'll get back to 500 to 600 consistently. Especially after they're done with the tower modernization. I'm sure. Because that's what I was getting before. So I wouldn't see why I wouldn't get those speeds back. Now that I locked those bands on again. And you guys could see in this video I was getting them for a while. But then it dropped back down again. But that's because of the tower modernization in my area. They're doing work on the towers and everything, so you have to keep that in mind. So stuff like that. And like I said, the moving, while the restarting, and it's just going to take it time. It's just going to take it time to get settled in. The gateway itself. So not bad on this one though. 401 for the download, very usable. 12.8, basically 13 for the upload, and only 25 ping. So I'll run some more on the Ashburn VA server. So definitely not bad on that one though. 511 for the download, 22.7, basically 23 for the upload, and only 29 ping. So that one wasn't too bad. A little bit slower on that one, but still very usable, almost 500 still. So definitely not bad on that one. A little bit slower, not 500 or 600, but like I said, with me, doing the band locking and restarting it and all that, and them doing the tower modernization, on the 5G in my area, it's gonna be slower. So that's it's just it is what it is. But on this one, not bad though. 483 for the download, 24.2 for the upload, and then 29 ping. And like I said, I would rather have the faster download speed, over the upload speeds because I can't stand, slow download speeds. Like when I update my phone, my Google Pixel phone, I actually have to do it manually. My Google Pixel 8 Pro because I have to flash things. I actually root it with Magisk. I root all of my phones. I have a Google Pixel 7a as well. I did have a Google Pixel 8, but I upgraded to the Google Pixel 8 Pro because of like future proofing reasons. But I have another video on my channel talking about that. But long story short, it would take forever sometimes before I actually got the Chester Cheetah version 2 and the waveform antenna. With the it would take forever to download like Android stuff like the Google Pixel update firmware. It would just take forever. I mean, it would take like a half hour or an hour, just to download that file, and that's only like 2 gigabytes. But now, when I have these speeds, 500 to 600 or even 400, it downloads it in like, in like a few minutes. So I would definitely rather have the faster download speeds, over the upload speeds for sure. But like I said, I am hoping, that this tower modernization that they're doing, for the 5G on the 5G, I am hoping that I'm going to see better upload speeds as well. With the download speeds, remaining the same, if not better. So I'm definitely hoping on that. Around April 27th, or a little bit after. Like I said, so they told me, that I should see a speed increase. So I'm definitely hoping, and I'm hoping that I can actually get better signal as well. For the 5G home internet, the T-Mobile 5G home internet. I'm hoping that I can at least go from weak to good, signal, or very good, or even excellent. That would definitely be great since there's a tower, literally right down the road from me. I'm hoping that would definitely change. That I go from weak to at least good. 5G signal and more consistent, 5G signal on my phone as well. I have T-Mobile for my phone as well, and I can only get it. I can only get 5G in certain areas in the house. So I'm definitely hoping that it, really improves it. Not only for the 5G home internet, but for my phone itself. For both. So, but we'll see. Like I said, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Around April 27th, we'll see. If anything's changed. So, I'm really excited, to see if anything will. But if it doesn't, the speeds are still decent. I'm not gonna really complain. As long as I, get these speeds for the download, I'm fine. Me and my mom are fine for, 40 or $50 a month. It's definitely worth it, definitely worth it in my opinion. But on this one, not bad at all though. 548 for the download, 22.1 for the upload, and 30 ping. So I'm going to run one more on the West Norton PA server, and then I'm going to get off of here. So we did just break 400 on that one, so that's good. So definitely not bad on that one, but not as fast as it normally is. But like I said, I did just mess with the gateway, so you have to keep that in mind. And I restarted it and stuff, so it's gonna take a little while, to get back up on par with the speeds. And like I said, it might not even get back up on par with the speeds, until they're done with the tower modernization in my area. So you have to keep that in mind. So on that one, like I said, not bad. 402 for the download, 12 even on the upload, and only 24 ping. So definitely not bad at all. For this time of night, at 1:35 a.m. on a Friday, not that many people online. I'm sure. Like I said, I work night shifts, so that's why I'm up. I'm probably going to be up for a few more hours. And I might actually do some speed tests tomorrow. Before I go to work, I might do some speed tests. In the afternoon before I go to work, I'll see. No promises or anything, but I might get around to it. Before I leave for work. If I have time. But anyway, yeah, guys. Like I said, I just wanted to get this video out there. And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.